The Horus Heresy was a time of great deeds, a time of gods and monsters. At the heart of it, though, sits humanity. Too often do we hear the impossible tales of Astartes' heroism, or the blood-curdling atrocities perpetuated by their chaos brethren. However, those tales would never have come to pass without the myriad of mere mortals who facilitated them. Those who were compelled, those who collaborated, or those who simply chose to survive. Lotara Sarrin was one such human. Lotara Sarrin was a naval officer of the Imperium who served during the tumultuous times of the Great Crusade and Horus Heresy. She was given the command of the 12th Legion's Gloriana-class flagship, the Conqueror, at the young age of 30, making her one of the youngest naval officers to command a ship of such prodigious stature. This was a perfect exemplification of her exceptional leadership skills and strategic acumen. Despite being a regular human, Lotara was a respected figure among the World Eaters, a savage legion known for their bloodlust and ferocity. She bore the honored bloody hand emblem on her uniform, signifying her favor with Angron, the Primarch of the 12th Legion. This was a rare honor, demonstrating the high regard in which she was held. Lotara was a decisive leader, known for her bold actions. She expelled the Remembrancer Order from her ship, ensuring that the cruel deeds committed within the Conqueror would be difficult to record for posterity. Despite witnessing the rapid decline of her master's legion, she did not reject her allegiance to the ruinous powers, showing a steadfast loyalty that was both admirable and tragic. The Conqueror under her command became a vessel of horror, inhabited by monsters both material and immaterial. Despite the ravenous thirst for slaughter and violence that afflicted the World Eaters, Lotara stood as the sole commander who did not succumb to this madness. However, the ship's hostile environment led to a rapid depletion of supplies and able-bodied crew members as the World Eaters gave in to their mindless rampages. In a desperate attempt to escape the Conqueror, Lotara, along with the World Eaters' destroyer Sergeant Skyne and Captain Maruk, plotted their escape. They secured 5 transport shuttles, intending to venture to the frigate Bestiarius. However, their plan was foiled when they were confronted by Khan, the equerry of Angron. Declared as traitors, the Conqueror fired upon the Bestiarius, destroying every defector of the Legion. In a shocking twist, it was revealed that Lotara had betrayed her fellow escapees, ensuring the destruction of the shuttles and the end of the mutiny. Despite the chaos and corruption around her, Lotara managed to maintain a thread of sanity, continuing to command the Conqueror during the final assault on Holy Terra. She was wary of Angron's repeated murder sprees upon the Conqueror and devised a plan to contain him. With the aid of Khan and Gendor Scrivok, the Lord Commander of the Night Lord's flagship, she transported Angron to the Night Lord's flagship, Nightfall. This temporary solution stalled Angron's bloodlust until battle could be joined with Terra. However, the continuous strain of command and the Conqueror's corrupting influence took a heavy toll on Lotara. She transformed into a sickly, weary shadow of her former self, yet remained dutiful in her command. In a cruel twist of fate, the Conqueror's machine spirit absorbed Lotara's essence, incorporating her soul into its physical aspect. Her mummified body remained upon the flagship's command throne, a mutated husk, while her spirit, now fused with the Conqueror, continued to serve. For 10,000 years, the phantom of Lotara Sarrin, now known only as the Mistress, continued its duties aboard the Conqueror. This being, unaware of its state of undeath, was a volatile and merciless spirit that would kill any who disobeyed its orders. Despite the horrors she had witnessed and the transformation she had undergone, the Mistress remained as dutiful and committed as ever, a chilling display of the indomitable will of Lotara Sarrin. With the return of Angron, the Primarch of the World Eaters, the Mistress pledged its fealty anew to the Lord of Red Sands. This act demonstrated the enduring loyalty that Lotara had for her former lord, a loyalty that not even death could quell. Her spirit, now fused with the Conqueror, continued to serve, conducting itself as if the ship was still in the era of the Great Crusade. The story of Lotara Sarrin is a tale of loyalty, duty, and sacrifice. Despite the horrors she faced and the corruption that surrounded her, she remained steadfast in her duties, even as her physical form was consumed and her spirit became one with the ship she commanded. Her phantom, the Mistress, continues to serve aboard the Conqueror, a testament to her enduring will and commitment to duty. Even in death, the Mistress continues to command, much to the dismay of the Imperial Navy's most stalwart heroes. Lotara Sarrin, the Mistress of the Conqueror, remains a haunting figure in the chronicles of the Horus Heresy. Her tale, a chilling saga of loyalty, betrayal, and unending duty.